Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Guys, I am going to try and do the reviews of Housewives of Potomac this season. So I'm gonna start off with episode 1 today and see where we can go from here. I got a tag on my shirt. See where we can go from here because I think the season's gonna be really good. I watched the first episode. I was pretty much impressed by the first episode. I do like the new girls that are on the show. And I'm wondering how it's going to be without the Grand Dame on this season. So I'm willing to give it a try. And I think I need to come on and stand up for Stacey because they trying to run my girl off the show. So let's go ahead and take care of the business of this channel before we get started. If you want to join the SoDeb Nation, go ahead and turn on your notifications. Turn them on all so you can notify every time I go live or post a new video. Like the video, share the video, comment down below, comment down in the comment section, and then come over here if you're in the live and comment in the chat. Let's play this intro and let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm over here messing with new stuff on here. Hold on. How do I get back? Oh, like this. All right, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. So I was trying to pull up some of the stuff that I had, but I can't find out how to do it. They didn't change all the stuff on here. Okay, that's okay. We'll just go ahead and get started. All right, so the episode starts off with them at the jail with Karen. And I'm like, are they going to show Karen getting out of jail? Because why are they sitting outside of that damn jail? That was really odd to me. I'm like, let that lady rest and then let her come on the show whenever she gets done, resting from being in jail. I thought that was very invasive for them to be outside of that jail. Then they played the headlines of the news about Karen going to jail, which, like, why are we playing it again this season? We knew she went to jail last season. Gizelle's planning a get-together for the group to check in with them to see how they are feeling about Karen going to jail. At this time, I think it was 72 hours before Karen had went to jail. I know that Gizelle did say that she misses Karen, which I could see that Gizelle does probably miss Karen. I'm sure that is like, it's not, that probably takes like some type of space out of her life that if she doesn't get to see her or talk to her or mess with her on the regular. What's going on, Miss Wilson? I was telling people I'm going to try and review Housewives of Potomac this season. So if y'all here, sticking with me because I'm going to try to do my best and see how it goes. Right now, I think I like the season so far. But so Ashley arrives and they talk about Gizelle. Gizelle says it's been 72 hours since Karen had gone to jail. They talk about what section of the jail that Karen is going to be in. Gizelle says she hopes it's going to be like an elderly section. She said she hopes it's not going to be like where the murderer section. And Ashley said, or the AARP section. All right, cool beans. Ashley asked Gizelle if she has talked to any of the other ladies, and Gizelle says she has talked to Kay, Wendy, and Stacey. Ashley shares with Gizelle that her and Stacey got together and with their kids. She wanted to give Stacey time to clear the air. Gizelle asked, "What did Stacey say during their outing?" And Stacey says, "Ashley, do you really think I would do that?" Gizelle asks. Gizelle says, "Yeah, bitch, I think you did do it." She thinks she did lie about what's his name, TJ. So Kay and Wendy arrive. Kay asks Wendy, has she ever been to Gizelle's house before? They do the flashbacks of Gizelle saying that Wendy cannot come into her house. She can't use her bathroom. They had to sit outside because she didn't want them in her house because she wasn't getting along with Wendy at the time. Wendy says, yes, she was. She came over there. She was outside. Then Kay and Wendy are ringing the doorbell at Gizelle's. Where's my picture of Gizelle's house at? They was ringing the bell at Gizelle's lube and oil change, and no one was answering their door. So they just walked in. Wendy asked Gizelle if she loves herself because there are literally mirrors all over the place in Gizelle's house. And then there's like big pictures of Gizelle in her house too. She was like, "Do you love yourself?" Um, Stacey pulls up and asks Giselle. Stacey pulls up, and then Stacey burps like a pig. But Giselle asks, why does Stacey buy the same car that Ashley has? Ashley said, well, that's her loaner car because she's having a custom made car. Um Kay says she spent TJ's money on that car, and that's the problem. And I didn't really get what she was talking about until later on in the episode when they revealed what TJ had said. So I guess what she was talking about was apparently actually it's at the end of this scene, so I'll talk about it then. So Giselle thanked everyone for coming. She felt like they should all be together after Karen getting sentenced to jail. She said every morning she wakes up and she thinks, damn, Karen is in jail. Wendy says for her, the worst part was that it was so instant. She was taken into custody right away. She wonders, how did Karen even process that? Did she know if it was going to happen that fast? Was she prepared for it to happen that fast? What's going on, Miss Platinum 2001? Um, she said they may have their differences because they were once friends, and she wants to be the best for her. I think that Wendy needs to let this little grudge that she had with Karen go. Like, I think it's extremely like petty. And she did the same thing with Monique too. Like when Monique and Candace got into that fight, all of a sudden, like all these super duper morals and values come in where she can't be a friend to a person because she can't hold them accountable. And like, who are you, the judge and the jury? That part about Wendy really like bothers me. Like, why are you so hard on her because she got in trouble? Like, she's paying the damn price for that. And had you had left her alone last season, she wouldn't have been giving you all the shade she was giving you like that. You bought that on yourself. Um, Kay says Karen is in like state jail. Like, this isn't like the Martha Stewart experience. She has to take showers with other women. She's in like real jail. Stacey says she immediately started thinking about Karen's daughter Raven and how worried she must be. Gizelle said her heart breaks for Raven and Ray. Ashley says when she heard it, she cried so much it was like an initial gut punch. And Gizelle says a part of her, if she can be, Giselle says a part of her, if she can be honest, this is the fourth DUI that Karen has had. There does have to be some accountability so that she knows to never do this again. She said, does she want Karen to be in jail? Absolutely not. But she just really can't believe that Karen is in jail. But she knows that Karen does have to take some kind of accountability for 4 DUIs, which I do agree with that. Ashley says the grand Ashley then cracks this stupid ass joke. Where is this shit at? Hold on. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Ashley then cracks this stupid joke talking about the Grand Dame, Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
I am Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
I hate Ashley for saying that. Ashley don't be funny to me, but that was funny when she did it. And I think they needed that little relief. What's going on? The Tress? Is it Tress? Tress J? I think they need that little comedy relief because it was such a heavy moment with them, just like Karen just going to jail. I think that was hard for all of them, to be honest. I can tell that all of their concerns was very genuine. Stacey says there are some phrases in this friend group that we will never use. Meanwhile, everyone else is laughing their ass off that Ashley's going to say Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Ashley then switches the gears and she asks Stacey about the initials T and J. She says she worried about her because she's worried about her because of the reunion. The reunion did happen. And Stacey says, and I'm still sitting here saying what the fuck I said. Gizelle is in disbelief. Gizelle is sitting there the entire time like, and Stacey says, Gizelle, she says, what did you say? And Giselle and Stacey says, "What I said." She didn't pay that man to be on the show, is what Stacey was saying. They asked her if she had to talk to him, as she talked to him at the reunion, and she said yes. He was remorseful. He wanted to come on TV, and oh my God, he wanted to say that he lied. Kay is like, what is happening? Nobody is believing anything that Stacey is saying. Meanwhile, TJ is on the is online saying he's online saying he's about to expose Stacey. And to me, I don't like that TJ is doing that to her. I do get that she was supposed to do something for him. I think it's this one. Oh no, that's Ashley. Hold on. Where's this thing at? This one. Yeah, this one. So Stacey Rush addresses claims of TJ's receipts as he breaks his silence and teases earth-shattering news. I don't like that TJ is doing this because one, apparently, and we'll get into it later on in the review, but I'm gonna jump a little bit ahead. Apparently, what she had promised him, or their agreement was she's gonna give him half of her check for being on the show. But he was only on the show like he did walkthroughs. I think he had like lunch with them once. Like he don't deserve half of her check for that. I'm sorry. I don't think that that's good. And that's a man. Like, why would you be doing that to her? And that's supposed to be your friend. So I just think that's some effed up stuff that he's doing to her over a job that you really didn't even work. I mean, you checked out during the end of the damn season. So I think that's messed up that he's doing that to her. Kay says it's getting scary. Stacey asks her why is it getting scary, and Stacey says something awful happened to her. Something awful happened to me. Everybody in the room is confused, like what happened to her? Like they thought that he like beat her up or something. And Stacey is like, as she's the only one she's talking about TJ spreading these rumors about him saying that she's supposed to pay him. And Wendy tells Stacey they were trying to tell her at the reunion that what TJ was saying, but she got mad at them instead of getting mad at TJ. And Stacey was like, well, TJ is her friend. And so that's why she didn't get mad at TJ, because she thought that TJ was her real friend. And I'm like, well, you should probably apologize to them, because Wendy did try to tell her what he was telling Eddie and them behind the scenes at the reunion last time. So and she just said she loved him enough to step out with him, even though her divorce wasn't even final. She said she would never do that to get on this show or do a payday. And Kate asked her, she was like, well, they say you've been trying to get on the show for some time. Is that not true? And Stacey says, I've been on TV for years, and shows the show she's been on. She was on not CNN, the Home Shopping Network. Stacey throws it back at Kay. She's like, but I know it's a little sensitive topic for her, because Kay did have a struggle trying to get onto the show. Kay says Stacey is a liar, and she lied on national TV. She looked in the camera and tried to cry about her lie and couldn't even squeeze a tear out of that beady ass eye. Stacey says she was hurt, and she will not be the only person that will be hurt by a man, and she knows that everyone has experienced something like that. And Gizelle was like, no, Stacey, first of all, you're not turning the shit on us. Keep your shit to yourself. We were not hurt by no man on this show. Which Gizelle, I think that Gizelle, she got to turn it down a little bit. She said, Stacey says she's tired of being hurt by them, and Gizelle says this is the first conversation. It's not the first conversation. They had this conversation at the reunion with Stacey, so I can see why Stacey is saying that she's having those issues, because I mean she feels like she's hurt because they keep on bringing up every time she talks to them. They're bringing the shit up. So what's going on, Toria? Sorry, so Deb, I'm having eye issues. Right, I have to rest. I hated this show and over it. I am not watching anymore. God bless you. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I think that every time that she meets up with them, she has to talk about him. And I don't think she owes them an explanation as to what the hell that TJ did. Stacey doesn't want to talk about the situation every time she comes around the group. Gizelle says accountability is what the group is all about. And this is where I call bullshit. Because the only people that they've ever had held accountable was Candace and Monique. That was it. Gizelle was not held accountable for Pastor Holy Whore. Robin was not held accountable for Juan cheating and lying during the whole damn season and then going over to Patreon and telling about it. And we're not even going to get on Mia and the shit that Mia done did. And she never had to do anything. Hold on, y'all. They never helped me accountable for anything. So I'm not sure what the hell Gizelle's talking about. This is a group of accountability because they haven't helped anybody accountable. Even last year when Karen was going through the whole DUI thing, Karen wouldn't even talk to them about it. So I mean, they couldn't hold her accountable. So I think it's really hard, kind of crazy that they're trying to make her hold her accountable. Hold on. Hold on, y'all, because all right, if y'all are messaging in the chat and I'm not responding to it, I'm not seeing your messages. I'm only seeing the ones that I pulled up. All right, back to this. All right, so Stacey then gets up and she leaves. After Stacey leaves, Gizelle and Ashley exposed that a Hollywood actress that's best friends with TJ came to them at Essence Black Women's Hollywood luncheon and showed them legal documents that TJ is suing Stacey. He was promised half of Stacey's Housewives of Potomac check from last season. Why don't TJ have any male friends? Because all his friends are women, and then this Hollywood friend that he have that, because if he was Stacey's friend and he's doing this to Stacey, I would be careful if I was this Hollywood friend that he has now, because look how he's doing Stacey. Gizelle was trying to screenshot the receipts, but she couldn't do it. So then we move over to Gizelle and Kyle. This is a really short time thing, but I want to understand why the hell we got to hear about Gizelle's titties. Kyle and Gizelle are sitting at the table, and he's like, "Are your titties out?" She's like, "Yeah, my titties is out. They're hanging out." Blah blah blah. I'm like, why are we hearing about Gizelle's titties? That was just a small part that kind of bothered me, and it comes back up later on too. So then we get to Stacey. Stacey meets up with some man, and I'm thinking like, oh, Stacey really did move on from TJ. Come to find out, the man is her damn ex-husband. They spent Christmas vacation together with their daughter. They were notified while they were on the vacation that their official divorce had been finalized. They realized that at the time it wasn't the end of them, and that they wanted to give it another try. Now that the divorce is over, they are going with the flow. Basically, Stacey never really got a damn divorce, y'all. That's what I'm getting from it. I don't think Stacey ever got a divorce. Because how was you with TJ? And to be honest, from the up next, what is it called? The trailer. I think she used TJ to get back with her husband, from what I thought I heard them say. Where am I at? Now that okay, so she asked him why he started sending her evites, and he said he felt weird to ask her on dates because they had already been married. To me, I think he's just keeping a paper trail of what the hell's been happening in their relationship, so that he can go back and say whatever he needs to say. Because maybe he's paying this guy too. I mean, maybe she's paying this guy too. I don't know. They never had date night before. It was always a family night with their daughter. But now that they are investing in their love life, they are not going to tell their daughter about them dating until they know for sure what they are going to do. We get to Kay. Kay's mom comes to visit her new place. Kay's mom is so beautiful. Like Kay's mom is beautiful. I love what she had on. She just looked really good. They talk about Kay's Jamaica trip with Greg, who is the guy she was dating last season. And I think she's still kind of dating him, but she moved out because he treated her so bad last season. They talk about Kay's Jamaican trip with him. After she moved out of the house with him, he invited her to Jamaica to try to reset the tone of their relationship. She said she's in therapy and trying to figure out where her happiness is within herself. And she's trying to get her happy place back. Her mom doesn't like the relationship with Greg. She feels like Kay dims her light for Greg, and she's a totally different person when she's around him. Them seeing how he treated her on them seeing how he treated her on TV last year, it killed their whole relationship with him. So I don't know what he's going to have to do if they're going to keep that relationship, but the mom and the brother not feeling Greg at all. Next, we get up to Ashley and Stacey. Ashley is planning a bloom ball to celebrate her officially being divorced. I thought Ashley was divorced last season. I didn't know she wasn't. I thought she was divorced last season. She finally figured out a way to get access to the money from Michael, and now that she's officially a gold digger, she can now sleep well because she's a kept woman, and she can live her life how she want to live it. Stacey is going to meet her so that they can spend some time together at this boutique, shopping for dresses for Ashley's bloom ball. Ashley took a page out of Karen's book and invited everyone to her annual bloom ball in a grand, corny ass way. Because y'all know how Karen be having the people with the damn trumpets and shit playing out front. I'm like, because Karen in jail now, you got to do it. Oh, I can see you now. Hey. But now she doing the it's like when Karen does it, it's okay because she's older, but like Ashley's like in her 30s. Like, I don't that didn't like land well for her to me. Where am I at? Ashley brings up the last time. Okay. Stacey doesn't think that the divorce should be Stacey doesn't think the divorce should be celebrated, but it also didn't take her 10 years to shake her ex-husband down and get his money. So I mean, they're different people. Ashley brings up the last time they seen each other. She lets Stacey know about TJ's best Hollywood actress friend and the information that she dropped on her and Gizelle. Stacey says she doesn't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. Ashley can't believe Stacey is still denying this. And Stacey says everything she has told Ashley has been the truth, but she can't talk about someone who brought her information about her and TJ. It just starts to get ridiculous. And she asks Ashley if she wants to know the truth. And Ashley is sitting in front of this lady with her tail wagging, mouth drooling. And I'm like, she's not about to tell you the truth. I don't even know why you got excited about this shit. Stacey says she has forgiven TJ. He has gone on with his life, and she is in a completely new space. She says she is not going to relish and go back and forth about an imaginary friend with imaginary documents. And Ashley said, no, they're real, and she's real. And Stacey tells her she can't control what anybody says, and what she can't. Ashley tells her she tells her this is why everybody thinks she's fake and she's a liar. She wants Stacey to get ahead of this information. Stacey tells her this is not new information to me, boo. Ashley asks her if she's actually divorced, and Stacey says she is divorced. And Ashley says when she looks up Stacey's divorce, she can't find anything. Why is Ashley looking up this lady's life like this? I don't understand. Stacey doesn't understand how Ashley has all this time to Google her life and suggests that Ashley goes and Googles a voice coach. She asks Ashley, what makes her look up her instead of coming to her and asking her as a friend? Stacey asks Ashley, does she know for a fact that she's lying? Ashley says she doesn't know for a fact that she's not lying. And Stacey tells her she can go talk to her imaginary friend and bring her back with the documents, and they can go over them. Ashley can figure out if she's a liar, and then they can figure out if they have a friendship after that. Ashley doesn't understand what Stacey keeps running from, and she says she should be running from Stacey's hot ass breath. This is the other thing I didn't like about this episode was they talked about Stacey's breath. Like y'all could not have been her real friend for real, because if her breath been stinking like this, why are y'all telling her on camera that her breath stink? I and like this goes on like this is probably going for the rest of the season now that her breath stinks. Then we get to Gizelle. We get to Gizelle's house, and we got to hear about Gizelle's titties again. For some reason, I don't know why we're talking about Gizelle's titties this episode. She's strutting around her house for 2 minutes of her lives that we'll never ever get back. She's having think pieces about her empty nesting, her butt, her titties, and her man. She finally sits down and calls Ashley and tells her, it's time to bloom. We gotta bloom. It's time to bloom, girl. Bloom. We gotta bloom, bloom, bloom. And Ashley's like, it's a Cinderella ball, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Gizelle tells her she is going to bring her friend Tia. And I'm like, are you going to ask her? Or are you going to just tell her you're bringing the bitch? Like, I mean, I don't, that was, I'm like, you should probably just ask her. But I mean, I guess it's time first they have Gizelle can tell her what she's doing and she ain't gotta ask nothing. Ashley tells Gizelle she sent Stacey a special invitation to come to the Bloom Ball, but she doesn't know if Stacey is going to make it, considering how things left off at Gizelle's house the last time. She tells Gizelle she met up with Stacey to try on dresses for the ball and to find out if she was going to stop lying. Gizelle said, well, what did she say? And then she says, Ashley, Darby, I never liked TJ. And let that go. Now, the way that she does her voice all the time is a little irritating. Okay, because I don't know. It's like she wants to be Stacey's bully so bad. I don't get it. She finished up telling Gizelle what they talked about, and then we get to Kay and the new girl Angel. I'll tell y'all right now, I do like Angel because she doesn't seem like she's about to be in here just like taking people's sides because to be on the side. So we get to Kay and her new friend. Kay introduces Angel. They've known each other since they were 18. She was her client. They were business partners. She works for BET. I don't know if she still works for or she does work for BET. And she will hire Kay, and then they network together. She was born and raised in Maryland. Her and her husband, Bobby Massey, moved to Colorado. He's a football player. When Bobby was signed to the Denver Broncos. Now that he is retired, they moved back home to be around their family and friends. They now own a business called Wonderland Outdoors. They offer luxurious outdoor experiences in Colorado. They're opening up new locations in Maryland now that they are back. Kate tells her about her relationship with the group. She says Gizelle is basically Gizelle. Where am I at? Angel knows Ashley because Ashley was the bottle girl for her back in the day. Wendy and her, she says her and Angel, they went to the same college, but Wendy was leaving. I think Wendy was graduating, or she was like, it was her last year when she got there, but she was roommates with her like big sister. She was very positive about Wendy. She said she remember Wendy walking around the campus in her suit. She knew what Wendy was about her business. She gave Wendy like her ups. What's going on, Haru? Kate tells Angel she has some issues with Wendy dismissing her on and off camera. So she is going to have a conversation with her. So then we get to Ashley's second Bloom Ball. And when she first had mentioned this, I'm like, did I miss the first one? And then when they start when it started, nobody remembers actually having a first one. I'm like, okay, thank God it's not just me because I don't remember actually having a damn Bloom Ball. I never even heard of this shit before at all. But nobody remembers actually having a first Bloom party. Gizelle introduces her friend Tia. She met Tia at the Southern Bees event. I think that's what it was called. I couldn't tell what Gizelle was saying. She's a high-end realtor. They bonded over both raising twins. Gizelle describes her as a refined lady. She's also from London. Her family is part of the royal family in Nigeria. Ashley's event looks really, really nice. I do think that the event looked nice. Beautiful gowns. We finally run into Sharice again for another season. I don't know why. She's like the side piece of Potomac. Like that's what they need to call her, the side piece of Potomac. Even though Ashley, where am I? Is that where I'm at? No. Oh yes, Gizelle introduces her to Tia. Even though Ashley has been riding Stacy's ass, she still shows up to the Bloom Ball. Wendy walks in and sees Angel and is excited to see a familiar face. But when they ask her in her confessional, does she know her? She says no, she's just a familiar face. Um, they were not in, she said they were not in the same circles. And to me, I feel like Wendy is trying too hard to be like a it girl. Like, okay, you friends with Gizelle this season, but you ain't gotta like do this girl like this. Like she ain't even did shit to you yet. Like I don't understand why she was that was like, do you know her? No. Like she's like, do I know of her? Yes. Well, but we're not in the same circles. Okay. Like I didn't understand like the shade to the girl. Like she haven't done nothing to Wendy. And it's like y'all can't be Mariah, everybody can't be Mariah Carey. I ain't like that. All of the ladies are now all ladies have now arrived, and the announcer announces Ashley as she comes down the stairs, or at least she's trying to come down the damn steps because she got this big ass dress on, and she should have had somebody helping her with the dress come down the steps. And Ashley gives like halfway down the steps, and then Wendy's like, "Why are you stopping, girl?" And she like, "Because I need y'all to admire what I got on my dress, so something like admire my beauty or something like that." Then she goes over all of her balloons, and I believe that Ashley gave us like 3 different balloons and not 2, if I'm not mistaken, because I think she did one when she was with her, when her and her husband got together. She was like a restaurateur, and then they got married, and then she divorced him. I think it was 3, but I could be mistaken. I'm not really sure. Of course, Sharice finds the champagne dancing lady and has to talk to them because you know she can't function if she ain't got no damn champagne. She asks Lady what are the requirements of that job, and she tells her to be a gymnastic. So Sharice had to take her champagne fluked ass head down the damn road because she can't do that damn job. Gizelle asked if Wendy was copying her previous dress that she wore in the past. Wendy told her no, her dress is a 2-piece, and Gizelle said, "Okay, well, I just inspired you." Kate sits down and says, "Hey," and Wendy continues her conversation with Gizelle, um, as though that Kate didn't even speak to her. And so Kate stops Wendy and she's like, "See," she tells her like, "That's being a little rude." So Wendy tells her she was talking to Gizelle. She was finishing her conversation with Gizelle. She asked Gizelle and Wendy, can she have a conversation with Wendy? She tells Wendy that she does this thing when in their friendship that's phony, and Wendy is not the same. She's not the same Wendy on the phone that she is when they when they outside. She asked Wendy, would she be let's see, she tells Wendy okay. So she asked Wendy before, would she be at an event that she was sponsoring, and Wendy told her yes, but she never told her that she was a speaker at the event. Kate didn't understand why Wendy didn't share that information with her when she told her that. And Wendy feels like it would have been like a kind of like a teeter-totter situation, like, oh girl, I'm sponsoring the event. She's like, well, I'm speaking at the event. And I feel like that's how Wendy was taken. Like she felt like it was going to come off, but she could be like, oh girl, that's cool. I'm speaking at that event too. Like I think that again, I feel like Wendy's attitude this season are so far to me, I'm not feeling it. She says it was basically like congrats on your accomplishment. She didn't want to overshadow Kate's accomplishment, and it just sounds really childish to me. She also did. She didn't even speak to Kay while she was at an event at at that event either. Then they went to the NAACP awards event, and I guess they was on the red carpet. And Kay says the first thing that Wendy said to her was, "Did you do your own makeup?" And I think that's rude as fuck. Like I don't know what Wendy got going on, but this attitude that she got going on ain't it. Kate feels like Wendy is being a snob. Then they get back to Ashley and Angel, and I think it was Gizelle. They met. Oh yeah, because she asked Ashley, did she meet Angel? And Ashley was like, "Oh yeah, she's sweet. She's a sweetheart, like everybody says she is." And Gizelle says, "Until she's not." Ashley says, "Just don't lie to me. Like nothing else really bothers me. Your breath can stink." And Stacey turns to her. She's like, "Are you saying that my breath stinks?" And Stacey starts breathing her breath on Ashley. And in my mind, I'm thinking of like a blowtorch, like melting her face off because of the way they're talking about her breath stinking. I'm like, how bad does her breath smell? Um, Gizelle says, "Woo, that's a lot of bacteria in there." They cut to Giselle's confessionals, and she says she thinks it's internal. It's an internal thing that she has in her breath is coming from like the lower part of her stomach. Then Angel says in her confessional she didn't know what was going on, but her mouth definitely greeted her before Stacey greeted her. Um, Stacey asked to have a moment with Ashley away from Gizelle because she feels like when Ashley and Gizelle are together, they tag team her. Gizelle said, "That's a lie. And don't start that bullshit, Stacey. Don't start that bull." How you watch it? What's them girls? The girl, what's that show called? I'll think about it in a bit, but she was like, "Don't start that bull." Anyways, okay. So Stacey tells Ashley, even though she accused her of things that she didn't do, she still came to her event. Ashley says something feels fishy. And I thought she was about to talk about her breath again. But she said something feels fishy with Stacey, but still she moved past it. She asked Stacey, why is she hiding anything? And Stacey says her question is, why does Ashley have to be so messy? And at this point, I don't know what they was talking about because it was just going back and forth. But that's the end of the episode. They're arguing back and forth. It's Stacey and Ashley, and then Wendy and Kay. To me, I do feel like Ashley and Gizelle are being a little hard on Stacey to me because I don't feel like if the girl don't want to share with y'all about the dude, then why the hell does she have to share that with y'all? Me and Deb were supposed to review the show together, but then he said no. That's not true. That's not true. And hey, Dee. I think I don't like the fact that they're being so hard on her. Like she didn't. This is not y'all's business. And when Gizelle didn't want to share shit about Pastor Holy Whore, she didn't share it. He was living in the damn phone. When Ash was running around lying about Michael's patting people's asses everywhere, his hands magically attached to people's asses. She lied about that every single time. So this whole accountability thing with Stacey to me is just overbearing. Like I don't understand what that is about. I have to do the replay. Okay. I don't understand what that's about. And again, when it comes to Wendy, I don't understand this whole holier than thou thing with her now that she is like friends with Gizelle because she wasn't acting like that before. I just don't understand what the thing is when it comes down to it. Because she do know if Robin comes back to the show, she's gonna be right back where she was at before. They're not gonna treat her the same. So there was just some unnecessary things. The first thing was I don't think they should have showed Karen coming out of jail, even though they didn't show her. But even the van with her getting in there, the audio of her asking for the umbrella or whatever it was, something to drink, whatever she asked for. I'm like, why are they playing this? But overall, I'll give the episode because I didn't even rate it at the beginning. And if you guys want to rate the episode, you can rate it in the chat too. Overall, I think I'll give the episode a good 6. 6. I always thought Wendy was arrogant. She hasn't changed to me at all. Maybe I haven't been paying her attention, but it's just like out there to me now because maybe because Candace and Robin are gone and like we see more of her on the show. But it's getting it's getting unbearable to me. Like I can't believe she's treating people the way she is A 4, huh? Yeah. I mean, I ain't mad at a 4 either. I think the reason why I really even want to watch this show is because of Stacey. I think that Stacey's aloofness is just hilarious to me. And I feel like because I think that Stacey could be a really great housewife once she goes through her hazing phase. Um she's like Mia without all of the outlandish lies. Like, I mean, she's gonna lie about TJ. I mean, I feel like she's even lying about TJ. Then she wants him to stop asking her about TJ. And so because they keep asking her, she keeps on giving them different stories. But if I was Stacey, I'd be like,
what the hell is? Ooh, y'all are really testing me on some stuff that I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
I wouldn't know a thing if they asked me about TJ. TJ is a thing of the past, and I will listen. T who? I would never, like, you could never get nothing out of me when it comes to TJ. I'll give it a 7. I'm looking forward to see this season without Karen. Okay, so we got 4, 6, and 7. I think I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to work without Karen myself. I think that's a big gap to fill for me because I normally watch for Karen, but she's not here this season. So, and I'm wondering if she's going to be at the end because they played her coming out the jail at the beginning of the episode. So I'm wondering if she's going to like show up at some point, like towards the end, kind of like how they did Kenya when she came back, where they brought her to, what was it, Cynthia's that Smirnoff thing she had. So I'm wondering if they'll bring her in at the end so that she can like reintroduce herself back into the group once the season is over with. I'm also interested to see what the season's gonna be like without Mia too, because Mia and Karen were two big personalities on the show, and it's crazy because now that they're not there, I don't even see Gizelle as a big personality anymore. It was kind of like Gizelle had to battle for that space, and now she really doesn't have to. Because like all the girls are just falling in line underneath Gizelle right now. So I'm wondering, will the new girl Angel? Because I feel like Angel's going to be a little spicy. I like her personality. I like how she came in. She's like, let me see. I want to get these girls to know. I want to get the girls to know. Get to know the girls for myself. She seemed like she's not about to play with these girls like that either, though. So I'm interested to see how she's going to mesh with this group of girls. I'm not too sure about Giselle's friend Tia, though. I did see her in some of the previews. That's what I was trying to say earlier, previews. I did see her in the previews, like kind of getting into it, but so she just seems really, really nice. Like, I don't know. I don't see the spice yet. So I don't know. I wonder how she's going to roll with this group of girls. Is she going to stay friends with Gizelle will be even a bigger question because Robin is a hard shoe to fill. And then I wonder if Gizelle turns on Wendy because she got another sidekick. And you know what I was thinking about too? I wonder why Ashley didn't go to that lady's boutique that they was with the lady from last season. I can't think of her name. That they had where Stacey got the clothes from when they did the dog show. I wonder why they didn't go to her use her this time because they talk so highly of her. So I wonder why they didn't go to that one. But anyways, y'all, that's it for this. Like I said, if you guys are tuning in late, I am going to try to review the show. If Busy wants to do the show with me, that's fine, totally fine. I don't remember us having that conversation, but I did wake up this morning. I was like, you know what? I watched it. Let me take some notes. And it took me all damn day. Is Monique supposed to come back this season? Yes, Monique is coming back this season. Oh, that's also what I'm talking to you guys about too. So watch what happened live yesterday. Lotto was on there with Gizelle yesterday. Lotto looks like the younger version. They look like Giselle's younger version. But it was cool to watch them yesterday because I would love to see Gizelle, Lotto, and Evelyn in the same room for some reason. But yes, Monique is coming back this season because Stacey's supposed to be talking to Chris. She was in the previews for the at the end where they did the review for this season. So and I know that when they asked Gizelle about Monique coming back onto the show, she said it was interesting to see her come back onto the show. It wasn't, and she said she was glad it was somebody familiar that came onto the show. So I don't know what that means, but she didn't sound like she wasn't happy. I mean, she didn't sound like she was upset about it. So, and I know that her and Ashley are still friends. I wonder what Wendy and her relationship is going to be like. I enjoy your reviews with Busy, y'all. Please try to make it. Yeah, I would have called him. Every time I call Busy, he be like, I'm busy. I can't do nothing. So I just got it because I was at home and I watched the episode this morning and I was taking notes for it. So, and if we do it next week, he got to take the notes. So, but no, yeah. I mean, I'm down for it if Busy wants to do the thing. I dropped the link. I thought he was going to click on the link, but guess not. But yeah, I am going to try to do Housewives of Salt Lake City too, because I do watch that. It's just those girls are so chaotic. It's just so much goes on. I'm like, what are y'all even screaming about? But yeah, I thought, like I said, I'm interested in seeing this season. I do hope that they do bring Karen on like the last episode. I can't wait for Monique to come back because I do want to see what the interaction is going to be like with her and Wendy. I was wondering what it's going to be like with her and Gizelle, but it looks like it worked out well from what she said. And I don't think the other girls know her. So, by the way, the beer list. Oh, thank you. But yeah, that's all I got, y'all. Yeah. So hopefully next week it'll be me and Busy doing the review together. And with that being said, y'all, I will catch you guys. Let me see something. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.
Did it, I 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 did it, you did it, I did it, you did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it.